Hey, this is Eve, the author of Detox with Ease. I'm going to read a little tiny bit from my book. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and all. That way you can get notifications when I come on live. And you're also free to ask me any questions on any related subject. I'm just going to read a tiny bit because I'm in a hurry. And I also do not have my glasses. Okay, so this is where we left off. About me and my chemical sensitivity. This is from the intro. This book is super short and concise, and it gives an overview of all the toxins and how our body processes them. I love this book. Everyone should own it. It's like a household book that really makes understanding chemicals and toxins very easy, and it gives you practical ways to safeguard yourself. Okay. Me and my chemical sensitivity. A few years back, I was a healthy person eating organic foods and exercising daily when I suddenly developed multiple chemical sensitivity, MCS, also called environmental illness, fragrance allergies, other names. The scent of people's laundry detergent and perfumes felt suffocating and irritating from across the room. Within a few months, I became so ill that I could not be around any airborne chemicals, which meant I could not leave the house. And even in my house was full of stuff. If somebody was doing a fire down the way or doing laundry, I live on a street, there would be like the UPS truck idling outside of my house. So even in the house, it was pretty rough. But I definitely, after a while, I gave up going out because it was just always going to be something. Okay. I developed fatigue, rashes, neurological symptoms of brain fog, reduced brain function, irritability, anxiety, twitches, numbness, and memory loss. I also developed asthma, chronic cough, and chronic lung pain. I had aches and pains and other odd symptoms. I felt old and tired. My body was breaking down and at an alarming rate. I literally felt like a 90-year-old smoker. Like my lungs were they would just hurt, plus coughing, plus some asthma. My lungs really reacted to any kind of toxin I came in contact with. I have to say I'm not, it's all gone. I have no asthma, nothing, for several years now. And neurotoxins like laundry detergent, cleaning products, candles, air fresheners, and car exhaust would make me immediately very ill. My body was no longer able to tolerate the smallest amount of these toxins. This MCS is a life-threatening and nightmarish illness where even the lightest amount of perfume on someone will be experienced like being sprayed in the face with Raid. Bug spray. Like, you think your perfume smells good, to a person with chemical sensitivity, it's like somebody spraying bug spray in your face. It is so awful. Okay. I don't have that anymore. Now I can smell the perfume. But when you're chemical sensitivity, you only smell the toxin, and it's so amplified. They say that when you have chemical sensitivity, your sense of smell for these toxins is 100 to 1,000 times what the average person's is, which is totally true. I could smell, I could smell a bar of soap, Dove soap, which is not even, the worst, 15 feet away. And it would give me a headache. And it wasn't crazy. Okay. Let's see. My MCS was a moderate case. Many people with this condition must go live outside miles away from car exhaust, like in the Arizona desert. Many people get anaphylactic shock. Many people die. Many people even commit suicide. Their life becomes so difficult. Like, this is a very awful illness. And I think I was moderate. I couldn't go out of the house for a couple of years, which is awful. But I wasn't kind of dying at every moment like some people are. The toxic environment causes intestinal problems, weakened organs, nervous system problems, and weakened immune system. Politics and brainwashing by the chemical manufacturers have created a state where there's almost no public information on damaging chemicals in everything from Teflon to baby clothes. Even worse, anyone who brings up the subject can be seen as hippie fringe, or just plain crazy. Friends, family, and doctors alike labeled me as neurotic. Anyway, one of my doctor actually got sick, so that was helpful. I could actually get a doctor's note after that, getting my landlords to let me get rid of carpet in my building. Carpet, toxic carpet, is a nightmare. Nobody should have. Okay. The idea that chemicals are helpful and don't hurt you is still accepted by most people. Anyone who has a problem with chemicals is thought to have it because of an allergy or they are a hypochondriac. That puts the fault onto the one being effective, typical victim blaming. Generally, there's a lot more women than men that have chemical sensitivity, so if it was more men than women, it probably would be a little bit less victim blaming. Victim blaming. Chemical allergy is not really an allergy, I don't think. I'm not a doctor. But the body being damaged by the chemicals, it isn't a reaction to toxins. It is your intelligent body's alarm warning system. Like, that's what I realized. For some reason, I really believe this. At some point, my body did not want any more toxins. So it put the stop sign up, stay away. It gave me a hypersensitivity to them. And I think really it's your body's life-saving system. And let's see. Sorry about that alarm. I live in a city. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. I mean, there could be an allergic component. I don't understand allergies. But definitely, we are guinea pigs of toxins. Nobody's lived being in contact with hundreds of toxins every day for decades. So I don't think, it has not been studied. Just the mindset of the human race at this point. Okay. In order to get well, I needed to know the toxicity of everything I came into contact with. For years, I studied the toxicity of all things that I bought or used or came in contact with. I spent countless hours researching and making phone calls to companies that produce every conceivable product from cheese to backpacks. Everything emits chemical off-gassing if it's a chemical. I remember I bought a backpack and it was environmentally friendly. So then I had to call, I had to find out it's made with plastic bottles. And then I had to find out what's the process of recycling plastic bottles. And frankly, I'm not a huge fan of this environmentally friendly. Just could mean they're recycling plastic. And the chemicals they use to recycle the plastics are pretty bad. So this is my daily life, like calling products, calling them up, because a lot of times you don't know where your product's from or what it's been through. So I would just have to investigate everything. I'm going to run because I'm super busy at the moment, but I wanted to come. I could try to come in here on a regular basis and do consult with me or do wellness consulting. And I have an amazing mind-body program. It's an abs challenge, but we also have some Wim Hof breathing and meditation stuff. All right, take care. Ciao. You can get well. Anyone can get well. I got well. That was my goal when I got well. I was like, if I ever get well from this, I'm going to help people get well. So that's one of my little sidelines, and I did get totally well. I stay well, and it's the worst illness. You never want it, and it's so scary. And most people who are in the community and the groups, most people have not gotten well, and then they also don't believe you can get well, and then also they get mad if you say you got well. They're like, well, you didn't really know, whatever. And the Spanish community, they would attack people, even in English too, because when you have chemical sensitivity, your neurons and your toxins, we can be a little grouchy. There are a few souls who are just sweetest, most sweetest souls, but a lot of us are a little, a little sensitive and very upset about having this illness. So, but I always said, you know what, I'm going to cure it, and I did. And yeah, hit the likes, put a comment if you have any questions, and take care. Ciao.